Good Thursday morning, everybody, on the downward slide to the weekend. I'm meteorologist Austen Onek with weather from Oz, keeping track of weather across the Mid-South and seeing what's going on for your forecast into the future toward the weekend and beyond. It's going to be hot, no question about that, but as long as we have a minor storm system wobbling through the area, we might pick up the possibility of some showers and thunderstorms for part of the Mid-South. We also have a lot more activity in the tropics. We have a new tropical depression to talk about this morning. We'll take a look at Mid-South air quality, and of course, we'll take a look at that solar storm that's heading, well, almost heading for us anyway. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. Forecast scrolling at the bottom of the page for the Mid-South, if you care to take a look at that from the National Weather Service. We have little, if anything, again this morning where it comes to rainfall, not seeing much developing at this time. But as long as that storm system, that minor dip in the atmosphere, it's a stretched out area of low pressure called a trough. As long as that thing sits around, it's a good possibility that we could see around the Tennessee River Valley, northeast Mississippi, and back into around northwestern Alabama, a good possibility of some showers and thunderstorms. And some of those could wander into parts of the Mid-South depending on how strong they are, and some of those showers might even linger into later on tonight. So remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. Let's all be safe out there. Remember, if you see the lightning or hear the thunder, you are within range of getting struck. So safety first, safety always, especially for outdoor activities. Let's be very careful out there. From the University of Memphis, the Center for Earthquake Research and Information, taking a look at the New Madrid Fault, as we always do. Yes, technically, it's not about weather, but it's very cool to be able to have this information on here. And the largest earthquake we've had in the last couple of days has been the 2.6 recorded around Steele, Missouri, just a couple of days ago. But beyond that, we're just not seeing too much of anything else in the way of major activity for the Mid-South. Always good news on that. Air quality out west, from the Sierras west of the Rockies into around the southwestern United States, pretty poor at this time, thanks to all the forest and grass and wildfires going on. Here in the Mid-South area, things are doing pretty good. We're not seeing any problems whatsoever with air quality. Hopefully it stays that way. The atmosphere is stirred up enough to where we are not going to see too much of any problems with any air pollution out there for right now. So staying pretty good, and that's good news for anybody who has diminished lung capacity or lung ailments, emphysema, asthma, anything like that. Busy day coming up in the tropics near the center of your screen right there as the Terminator goes across the central and southern part of the Atlantic and heads toward the Caribbean. That is Tropical Depression number 13. A little bit closer over toward the side of the picture, right before daylight hits it, we have a minor storm system, an area of investigation, making its way into and around the area of the Caribbean, and that could impact the Gulf of Mexico as well. The weaker storm system, again, right back over portions of the area just south of Cuba and Jamaica, making its way towards Central America. That is Invest, or Area of Investigation 97L. Back to the east of that, Tropical Depression number 13 has formed, and also back to the, to the east of that, new disturbance, looking at about 40% development chance in about the next couple of days if everything works. Satellite picture, again, doesn't show a lot of structure to 13. The storm system that's making its way into around the Caribbean, that one, again, a little bit more structure, and that one, as it works its way closer to the Yucatan Peninsula, looks like it might be turning northward into the Gulf of Mexico. But after that, again, it looks like everything just sort of goes many different directions. So the computer model's not in good agreement about this one for right now. Going back just a little bit to the storm system that is way off into and around the area close to the Sahel in Africa, we've got, again, that storm system has not even reached water yet and doesn't look like it's organizing too well, but once it gets out over the open ocean, that could change. So we're going to be watching that again with a lot of interest. Tropical Depression number 13, that one is going to be making its way over toward the west-northwest over the next several days, strengthening, and we've got a bit of an issue with this one as it looks like the computer model is starting to get into a little bit closer agreement on here. Looks like it might be threading the needle over the next several days and possibly going into the Gulf of Mexico. That's a possibility, not a guarantee. So we'll have to watch that. So vacationing down toward Sarasota, the Keys, Miami in the next few days. Definitely want to watch this storm. It does look like this storm system is going to be making its way up and making a right-hand turn at some point in time. Now, whether or not it does, again, that is still kind of iffy at this point. But if I were going up to, say, the Carolinas, down toward the southern Gulf of Mexico, anything between, say, Pensacola and New Orleans, I'd watch this very carefully as well. There is a very minor chance, and I mean a very minor chance, that we could begin to see this storm system making its way possibly toward the Mid-South. And if you look right there in that upper left-hand corner, some of the computer models are taking it our direction, which means we could be getting a soaker here. At least we hope that's a possibility. My tomato plants could definitely use the help on there. Also, going into the Gulf of Mexico, water is about as warm as a bathtub. We're looking again at a lot of tropical energy for these storms to develop, so not good news. Unfortunately, we're hoping these things would pass right on by or not become a problem, but with that warmer water, this could definitely be an issue. So stay tuned. Again, we'll keep you updated on there. That dashed line you see in the middle of the screen, that's a stretched out area of low pressure called a trough. It's not a huge thing, but it could be an irritation point in the atmosphere for the development of some showers and thunderstorms today. Better chances anyway, and mainly to the east of that over toward the Tennessee River Valley for today. So much so that the National Weather Service has put together a statement saying there could be the possibility of a few strong storms this afternoon. Gusty winds will be the primary threat, but again, outdoor activities need to watch this carefully to see, again, what may be heading your way. Be weather aware if you're going to be doing anything outdoors for today, and keep an eye on what's going on just to be on the safe side. Forecast for the next several days, better chances of showers and thunderstorms today, tomorrow, and into Saturday. Not great chances, but better than what we've seen for quite some time. So outdoor activities into the weekend, could be seeing some issues there. Fortunately, temperatures are going to be a little bit better, back in the upper 80s to right about 90 degrees. That's just below normal for this time of the year. Going into Sunday and then also Monday and the days following, back to normal with temperatures back in the lower 90s with isolated chances of showers and thunderstorms, mainly just heat and humidity out there. And toward the end of next week, Thursday and Friday, could be the potential of some more showers and thunderstorms taking place. Again, not great chances, but that's about as good as it gets for right now, so we'll be watching that to see how that turns out into the next several days. Extended forecast beyond that for the next 8 to 14 days. Pretty much on the warm side, according to the Climate Prediction Center, and showing the potential for a little bit more on the right-hand side. The green map showing the precipitation potential, and it's a little bit above normal for the next 2 weeks, so that's looking pretty good. And then into around the days coming up, temperatures on the left-hand side, the temperature model from the Climate Prediction Center showing again the potential for some warmer conditions, but not seeing anything in the way of any major amounts of heat waves coming on through. And if you'd like to get this information for yourself, all you have to do is go to NOAA, click on climate, noaa.gov, noaa.gov, and you can find out more from the Climate Prediction Center. We are watching for the arrival, should be happening any time now as we go into the rest of the day. It's a weak storm system from off the sun, and as we go into the rest of the day, this system will probably pass very close to us. As it does, we'll be looking again at the system making a glancing blow on the planet. It's a mass of energy, plasma, and energetic particles that may scrape the Earth's atmosphere. It does not look to be a major threat for a geomagnetic storm. There could be a weak one, but so far it doesn't look like it's going to be happening, or at least anything in the way of major problems. From spaceweather.com and the Space Weather Prediction Center that I just showed you, again, we'll be watching for this to happen, but it does not look like we're going to be getting a major threat out of this, and we'll continue to monitor that. Looking for something to do with your student if you're doing homeschooling, all you have to do is learn more about citizen science and how you can get involved. That's you as a homemaker, a student, a non-science person. If you would like to know more about how to do things scientifically related, like examining old journals or helping to catalog plants or birds or bugs in your backyard, doing some stargazing, monitoring air pollution, there's a lot of things you can do that doesn't involve thousands or millions of dollars in computer science equipment or anything like that. If you'd like to know more about this, Mashable.com has some pretty good ideas about how you, as a citizen, can get involved and help scientists as sort of a crowdsourcing idea to be able to help out where it comes to things like any types of projects out there where the scientists need help and they need hundreds or thousands of volunteers to get data processed or gather data. That might be something you can do. That even includes things like climate science and climate change. So if you'd like to know more about this, just search citizen science and look for volunteer opportunities out there. Great opportunities to see a little bit more. And of course, we'll be posting a lot more on this. Sorry for the glare coming in. I forgot to close the windows as we go into the rest of the morning. Let me move over by just a little bit here. That's a little bit better. As of right now, again, if you'd like to know more about this, stay tuned to my social media pages and we'll keep you updated on all of that. Again, pretty quiet for right now in the Mid-South, but we could be seeing some thunderstorms out there from time to time. We'll keep our eyes on that. Keep your eyes on my social media pages, and we'll do our best to keep you updated on everything that goes on. And, of course, if you'd like to see something on here, all you have to do is contact me at Meteorologist Onek at gmail.com. I'm Meteorologist Austen Onek. You've been watching Weather from Oz. Thanks for tuning in for this morning, and stay tuned for more throughout the rest of the day on my social media channels. Have a safe Thursday.